Hi again, everybody. We've got the Athletics and the Tigers here on June 2nd, 1949. Philadelphia and Detroit are fighting kind of for fourth place, but with the Yankees losing and with the Indians going up on top, both of these teams really could sort of sneak in through the back door, so we'll see how this goes. Eddie Juiced will lead this off against Fred Hutchinson. Hutchinson is 5-3. You can see the Tigers 22-21, the Athletics 23-19, and there's a strike in there to Eddie. Hutchinson with the 3.04 ERA, like I said, 5-3 the record. Juiced is hitting 263. It's another strike in there to Eddie, 0-2. He's walked 45 times already, and that misses low, and it's 1-2 on Juiced. 45 walks this early in the season. He hits a fly ball to center field, and Groth has that for the out, one away. And that'll bring up Elmer Vallo, who's the other walk magnet. He's walked 36 times. 331 is his average. Probably should be leading off, and after our next Sunday comes in the season, we'll probably change these lineups. There's a ball to Vallo, and the next pitch is fouled away, 1-1. Pop up now near the mound, third baseman Kell, and he tries to grab that. Callaway ends up trying to grab that one, and he drops it in the end. And so Vallo's going to be safe at first on where they're going to call that an error, I believe. Yeah, that's going to be an error on Callaway. And so that puts a runner on at first base early for the Athletics here at the very beginning of this game. You might be wondering why in the world I'm not taking Callaway out because he's injured. And the reason why is because we play with injuries that happen in real life, not the ones that the play-by-play arbitrarily tells us. Hank Majeski up there now, and he takes a strike. 5 home runs, 39 driven in so far this season, and he fouls another one back. He had 448 at-bats in real life, drove in 67. In this replay, he has 177 at-bats and has driven in 39. So hitting him up closer in the lineup has helped, and he gets a base hit, single to right center field. Vallo goes over to third, and there's Majeski on at first. He doesn't drive in one there, but comes close. That will bring up Wally Moses, and Moses is one of those bright, shining stars in the Philadelphia Athletics as he takes the ball from Hutchinson and shoots that one over to right field. Wirtz there, however, has that, and Vallo is going to try to score. Here comes the throw to the plate, and he is out. Good play at the plate by Swift, the catcher, who grabbed that ball. It was a little bit up the line and tagged the runner coming by him for the out, and so we go to the bottom of the first. The Athletics end up with nothing, and it's Don Callaway to lead this off for Detroit. Lou Brissy, the pitcher here for the Athletics, one of the 9 or so pitchers that the Athletics used in 1949. They didn't use many. Brissy, 48 innings pitched in this project. 1-5 is his record with a 4.50 ERA, and he throws a strike to Callaway. 0-1 pitch is fouled back, and it's 0-2 quickly, and that's a ball high. Callaway not walking a lot as he takes the second ball. 444, though, the on-base percentage, but he's only had 47 at-bats. That's what's going on. And that one hits Callaway in the elbow, and he goes down to first. Remember, there's no body armor in those days, none of that Barry Bonds stuff, and that'll bring up Hoot Evers. Evers hitting 314, 420 on-base percentage, and has some power. 21 runs batted in, and he hits a ground ball over to Suter. Suter on to Juiced for one and on to Fain for the double play. I forgot to mention this, but the 49 Philadelphia Athletics still have the record for most double plays turned in any season, a record nobody talks about as Vic Wirtz takes the strike. No one talks about this record because we don't talk about team statistics that much. There's a ball to Wirtz, 1-1. And that's a ball off the inside edge, 2-1. So Philadelphia with one defensive double play here, and Wirtz lines one over in between Suter and Fain into right field for a base hit. That'll bring up Johnny Groth. So the Tigers do get their first hit, and here is Groth, who's hitting a grand total of 250, and he takes a strike from Brissy. Foul lifted up into the seats, 0-2 on Groth, and there's a ball, 1-2 now the count. Next pitch in there, and that's inside on Johnny. It's 2-2, and Wirtz, of course, holding at first, not fast, not going anywhere. Johnny takes another ball, and that's a full count on him. Brissy's payoff pitch is inside for ball 4. He's now walked 32 against 22 strikeouts. He was even in real life, 118-118. That'll bring up Johnny Lipon. Of course, as Lipon takes his ball, you have to remember that the pitchers are walking a lot and the batters are walking a lot. There's a chance that some of these pitchers will end up walking more than their fair share because of how the randomness will even itself out. Ground ball wide at first by Lipon into the hole for a base hit. Wirtz is going to try to score. We'll send both runners. Groth goes to third, and the throw does go home. Lipon goes to second, and everybody's safe as Wirtz gets there across the plate before the throw comes in. It's 1-0 Tigers, and here comes Bob Swift. Bob Swift is hitting .354. Again, only 65 at-bats so far. No home runs, but 5 runs batted in. He's got 2 in scoring position, and he lines a base hit into right field. That scores 2, and it's 3-0 Tigers, just like that. And Lou Brissy's in trouble, and there's not a whole lot of help for him to get. 3-0 to score. 3 hits here for the Tigers in a row, and that brings up George Kell. Kell, of course, won the batting title in real life in 49. He hits that over to right field for another base hit. We've seen Brissy give up a lot of base hits here to right field. And so Kell's average is raising. That raises his average up to .281, as it showed us a second ago, and that'll bring up Neil Barry. Kell had been really off to a slump at the start of the season, was hitting around .250 for a while, and he's starting to bring it up as the weather warms up. Neil Barry up now, hitting .223, and he has runners on at first and second, takes the ball off the outside corner, and then fouls one back, 1-1 on Neil, and that's in the dirt. It's 2-1. Ripped to right field by Moses there for it for the out. So we go to the top of the second. Tigers, though, with the big 3 spot, and it'll be Sam Chapman for the Athletics. That's a swing and a miss on the first pitch for a strike. Chapman, .281 average, 6 home runs, and hits a ground ball over to Neil Barry at second. Goes to first. There's 1 away. Ferris Fain now takes the ball inside, 1-0. That's up and in. 2-0 is the count on him. Pop-up Swift, the catcher, no, he can't get there. It's 2-1 on Ferris. It's off the thumbs and foul. It's 2-2 on Fain. Down and in, and it's a full count on Ferris Fain, and that's drilled over to Kell. He bobbles that one and then throws over to first for the out. And very good play by Kell, who recovers in time. There's 2 away, and here's Pete Suter, takes a strike. Suter hitting .225, 1-1 the count. It's hammered foul down the third base line. It's 1-2 now on Pete, and that's off the plate for ball 2, 2-2. There's a ball that skips up there, full count. Ground ball to third, and Kell makes that play and on to first, and we go to the bottom of the second inning. So still 3-0 Tigers. That brings up the pitcher, Fred Hutchinson. He takes the ball. .233 is what he's hitting. Does have a little bit of slugging, and fouls one away, 1-1. That's high, 2-1 on Hutchinson. There's a strike, so it's 2-2 on him, and that's high. It's a full count on him, and Lou Brissy better not pitch around and nibble around the pitcher like this. And there's one on the inside corner for strike 3, and I think that was harder than it needed to be. He could have probably thrown that one down to the heart of the play, would have had a better effect. Don Calloway comes up. Of course, he was hit by Brissy the first time up, and he takes a ball here. And that's way outside. It's 2-0 on Don. A little nubber foul, 2-1. That's too close. It's 3-1 on Callaway, and he bounces that one down the first base line, just rolls foul, so it's another full count. Popped up shallow left. It's going to be Juice, the shortstop, who grabs that for the out. 2 away, and here's Hoot Evers. 3-0 still Tigers as Evers takes a changeup for a strike and a ball high. 1-1 on Hoot. He is 0 for 1 today, and he pops that up to the left side. Majeski has that for the out. We go to the top of the third inning. It'll be Mike Guerrera who comes up for the Athletics, and he hits that one first pitch swing over to Groth in center for the first out. Lou Brissy, the pitcher, now takes a strike, hitting .294, 17 at-bats, so it doesn't mean much. 0-2 the count on him quickly, and he takes the ball. 1-2. Foul ball left side. No one can get there. 1-2 remains. Fouled away again. And that's hit up the middle past Lipon for a base hit. So Brissy putting the wood to the ball, gets a base hit going straight up with it, and that brings up Eddie Juiced. And it's a good sign when your pitcher's hitting like that. Juiced fouls one away. Fouls another one away. It's 0-2 quickly on him. Hutchinson with the advantage, and there's strike 3 below the belt for Fred's first strikeout. Number 19 on the season, 1 away. Or 2 away, I'm sorry. And here's Elmer Vallo, again with a runner on at first. Vallo fouls 1 away and pops this one up back and out of play. 0-2 on Elmer. Ripped over to first. Callaway has that one, flips over to Hutchinson, covering at the bag for the putout. We go to the bottom of the third, still 3-0 Tigers. And Vic Wirtz leads this off. He singled and scored a run in the first. Takes a ball, then a strike. 1-1 on Vic. Ground ball right side, Suter on to first. 1 gone. Johnny Groth comes up. He walked and scored. 1-1 the count on him quickly, and that's low. It's 2-1. And that's just low, 3-1 the count. Brissy's having some problems here with the control, and there's ball 4 to Groth. He didn't even try to swing at that one. He's now walked twice, and that brings up Johnny Lipon. So the Athletics getting themselves in trouble already here in the bottom of the third. Lipon takes a strike. There's a ball inside. It's 1-1 on him, and that's high. 2-1 is the count. High and outside, it's 3-1 on Johnny. He'll take this pitch, and he looks at ball 4, high and inside again. Brissy's having a hard time. He's walked 3, including 2 in a row. This will bring up Bob Swift, and we might as well have him swing away. And that's high and inside for ball 1. And that's down and in. He chases it 1-1. High and inside again. It's 2-1 on Bob. That's bounce foul. It's a 2-2 count. Fouled away again. Fouled away once again on Swift. Popped up shallow right field, and Suter, the second baseman, backpedals, makes that catch. There's 2 away, and that brings up George Kell, who had the single earlier in the first inning. 1 for 1 today. Swing and a miss on that fastball low. 0-1. Ground ball, left side, Majeski, the third baseman, fields it and throws and just nips Kell at first, and we go to the top of the fourth. It'll be Hank Majeski here after that good play leading this off for the Athletics, and he takes a ball inside. There's another one inside, 2-0 the count quickly, and that's a strike inside corner by Hutchinson. So he stays inside on him. That's fouled away. We could say maybe that was outside, 2-2. And that's up in the zone, and he hits that one harmlessly over to center field. Groth is there for the out, 1 away. Wally Moses up next is 0 for 1 today, still hitting .323. The Athletics do have a good offensive power. 2 balls quickly on Moses, and there's a strike. It's 2-1 on Wally. That's low. It's 3-1. Fly ball again to center. Groth has that one. 2 gone, and here's Sam Chapman. Chapman takes the ball, 1-0 the count on him, and there's a swing and a miss by Chapman. 1-1. Sky right side out of play. 1-2. That's tight. 2-2 on Sam. And that's low, but he can't hold himself. He swings and misses at that one, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. So the Tigers keep that 3-0 lead. It'll be Neil Berry to lead this off, hitting .221, made out his last time up, and that's a ball outside to Neil. And there's a strike, 1-1. Breaking ball called for a strike, 1-2 the count, and that's fouled away. That one just misses, 2-2. And he got caught looking, so Brissy with his second strikeout as Berry couldn't pull the trigger. There's one down, and here comes Fred Hutchinson. Hutchinson, 0 for 1 today, takes a strike and a ball. Swing and a miss on that one. It's 1-2 on Fred. And that's a real nice off-speed pitch, and Hutchinson could not time that right. He swings and misses at it, and that's the second strikeout of this inning. 3 strikeouts so far for Lou Brissy. Up now, Don Calloway takes the ball. He's 0 for 1 with a time hit by a pitch. That's sliced over first base, and that one drops over into the corner. Moses can't get there quite in time, and that's a base hit for Calloway, who winds up at first. That'll bring up Hoot Evers. So Don now 1 for 2. Evers is still looking for his first hit of this game, and he takes a strike. Next pitch is in tight, and it's 1-1 on Hoot. That's outside, 2-1 now the count. And that's in on the hands, and he couldn't stop himself from popping that one up. Majeski, the third baseman, has it. We go to the top of the 5th inning, and it'll be Ferris Fain here for the Athletics. Still 3-0 for the Tigers. There's a changeup in on the inner half for a strike, and then a ball to Fain. That's low, 2-1. Hit over to right center field, and Groth is able to get there to cut it off. Fain has a single. Will be on at first base. They'll look like extra bases, but it didn't quite happen. Here now is Pete Suter. There's a throwback to first, nothing happening. Swing and a miss. The throw is offline, but Lipon is there to back it up, and Fain has the base stolen. So another stolen base here for Ferris Fain. How many does he have here this season? He has 3 steals against one time caught. He had 8 in real life. Pete Suter now has a runner in scoring position, and he's got a 1-1 count on him. That's off the wall right field line, and that's a double easily for Suter. That will score Fain, and it's a 3-1 ball game. I told you these Athletics can turn it on almost at any time. Here's Mike Guerrera, who takes the ball low. The Athletics have really good slugging, and that's a strike to Guerrera, 1-1. Very good slugging team, and they can punish you quickly. 2-1 the count now on Mike, and there's a fastball in on the inside corner, 2-2. Inside again, it's a full count. Hutchinson loves the inside corner. Fouled away. Full count remains. Ground ball left side. Lipon has that. looks Suter back to the bag and then throws over to first just in time for the out, so there's one away. Here is Lou Brissy now. Pitcher with a runner in scoring position hits that one over to right center field. Wirtz runs back on that one and makes a great over-the-shoulder catch, and Suter tags up and goes to third easily. 2 away, and here's Eddie Juiced. So Eddie takes a ball. He's 0 for 2 today. Fly ball center field. Groth has that. Of course, it's an airport out there, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 3 runs for the Tigers. Now 3-1 is the lead, and here comes Vic Wirtz. Just a hair under 300 now, 1 for 2 today as he takes the ball. Hits that one over to right center field. That'll be a base hit, and that puts him that hair over 300. That brings up Johnny Groth. So Wirtz is on at first base. Groth comes up, walked twice today, and takes a strike outside corner. We thought that was off, 0-1. Fouled over left side. Majewski makes the catch for the out, 1 away. Here's Johnny Lipon. Fouls that one off his foot, 0-1. Pop-up second baseman Suter has that for the out, 2 away, and here comes Bob Swift. Swift takes a strike, hitting .358 now, the backup catcher, and that's a poor pitch by Grissy. That lands right in front of the plate. That one broke way too early, and Guerra couldn't get that. That's a wild pitch. Wirtz moves up to second base, now is in scoring position, so Swift with a chance to get an RBI here, see if he can get a base hit, and that's inside for a ball. It's 2-1 on Bob. That misses inside, 3-1 the count. We'll have him take this, and that's ball 4. He's walked now 8 times this season. Brissy's given up his 4th walk, and that brings up George Kell. That's not what you want to do. Kell is 1 for 2 today, looking for another hit. And that's a ball inside to George, and that's way off the plate, 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1 on Kell. Ground ball first base, Fain has that, runs over to the bag, outruns Kell. And we go to the top of the 6th inning. 3-1 still Tigers, but they were threatening and will continue to do so. Here's Elmer Valo, who takes the ball low. I tell you, when Valo and Juiced are on base, it's a real tough team to play against. And Valo hits this one over to left center field and is down for a hit. He tries to stretch it, and he does it, is able to get in there before the throw. Not sure whose throw it was. And so it's a double there for Valo, and that puts him in scoring position here in this game, which is still tied. It's still, mind you, a 3-1 ball game. And so Valo, not necessarily the tying run, but represents quite a bit there, being on at second base. And the Tigers need to be careful here. Hank Majewski's 1 for 2 today and takes the ball inside, 1-0. Ground ball over third. Kell, great stop on to first for the out. Good play by George Kell. There's 1 away. Wally Moses up now. Takes the ball in the dirt, 1-0. And that's a fastball that misses, 2-0 on Wally. That's off the plate. It's 3-0 on him quickly. And there's ball 4 too close. And so Hutchinson gives up finally his first walk. That'll bring up Sam Chapman, but that does set up the double play. Chapman lines that one over to Barry at second, and he makes the grab and runs over to the bag to double the runner off. What did I tell you? You set up the double play, and that's what you get. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, still 3-1 Tigers. Here is Neil Barry, who made a great play. 0 for 2 today as he takes a strike, and ball low. There's another strike on him, 1-2. And that's a fastball outside corner for strike 3. There's 1 away. Here's Fred Hutchinson. Hutchinson 0 for 2 today, takes a strike, and then it grounds that one to third base. Majewski has it on to first. There's 2 gone. Don Callaway now fouls that one over to the right. Swings and misses a one down and in, and then takes the ball low. 100 pitches now for Brissy, and that is lined over shortstop for a base hit. Hit number 7 for the Tigers off Lou, and here comes Hoot Evers, and Detroit might not be done. 2 outs, runner on at first. That's up and in for a ball. Throw to first, nothing doing. Another throw to first. Don't know why they're doing this. And that misses again. It's 2-0 on the hitter. And that's inside for ball 3. 3-0 on Evers, and that's high. He took all the way, and he takes this stroll down to first. That's the 5th walk that Lou Brissy's given up. He's got to be tiring. Here now is Vic Wirtz. Runners on at first and second. It's a strike on the outside corner to Wirtz. And there's a swing and a miss at that one. It's 0-2 quickly. That's outside for a ball, 1-2 the count. And he swung at that one and went all the way. So that's strikeout number 5 for Brissy. We go to the top of the 7th, still a 3-1 ball game. Here is Ferris Fain, who takes the ball high and lines that one towards first. That's down to the corner, and he's going for 3 around first, second, and over to third, and he's safe ahead of the throw. And it's a triple to lead off things here at the top of the 7th inning for the Athletics. That'll bring up Pete Suter. Runner on at third base. Tigers are playing infield deep. There's a foul ball, 0-1. There's another strike. It's 0-2 on Pete. That's hit over to left field. Evers has that for the out. Fain easily scores, and it's a 3-2 game. Fain has scored both runs here for the Athletics. Here now is Mike Guerra with one out, and he pops that one to the left side out of play, 0-1. That's low, 1-1. Inside corner for a strike, it's 1-2. High pop up behind first base. Callaway's got that for the out. There's 2 away, and here's the pitcher, Lou Brissi, and he stays in this ball game despite his control problems. Foul is 1 away. It takes strike 2 quickly, and there's a ball. 1-2 on Lou. That's hit deep to right field, but Wirtz is able to go back there no problem, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. Remains 3-2 in favor of the Tigers, and here now is Johnny Groth. Groth fouls 1 away and hits that one very deep left field line, but foul. 0-2 on Johnny. Popped up left side, out of play. Still 0-2. Fouled away again. And there's a ball inside, 1-2 on Groth. Line drive by Fain, right side for a base hit by Groth. That's hit number 8 for the Tigers. That'll bring up Johnny Lipon. And there's a question here about whether you want to swing away or you want to do some hit and run. Let's try the hit and run here. Runner on at first base. Runner goes. That's fouled away. It's 0-1. Fouled away again, 0-2 now on Lipon. There's a ground ball. Good hit and run ground ball over to Suter at second. Groth makes it to second, no problem, as Suter throws Lipon out at first. The Tigers now with 2 chances to score this run. Here comes Bob Swift. Swift is 1 for 2 today and takes the ball outside. It's looped over to center field. Chapman runs over and grabs that for the out easily. There's 2 away. Here comes George Kell, who's 1 for 3, 277, and he's going to be walked intentionally. That's evidence right there, by the way, as we look at Kell's statistics. That's evidence that Diamond Mine Baseball is looking at his real-life statistics, not his statistics in the replay. Because you wouldn't walk him intentionally if he's hitting 277. But if you look at this guy and you see the 425 on base percentage, the 467 slugging percentage, you'd want to walk him. So that's really what's going on. He's been underperforming in this replay, but the computer manager doesn't know it. Neil Barry takes a strike in tight fastball and then looks at a ball. 1-1. Line foul, third base line, 1-2 on Barry. Fouled away again, 1-2. He's behind. Inside for ball 2, it's 2-2. Popped up foul, 2-2. And that's on the outside corner for strike 3. And Brissi has now walked 6 and struck out 6. A little bit of a rhubarb going on. And Barry did have some words with the umpire, but he was led away from there. We go to the top of the 8th inning. 3-2 Tigers in a close one. Ground ball off Kell's glove by Eddie Joost, and Joost is on first with a single. I'm telling you, when Joost and Vallow get on base, then things happen. Hutchinson throws to first. Nothing happening. We'll throw there again for good measure. Pitch to Vallow is fouled away. It's 0-1. There's a ball inside. 1-1 the count. There's strike 2. It's 1-2 now on Vallow. Vallow's 1 for 3 today, and it's a danger zone for the Tigers. Swings and foul tips that one, but unfortunately Swift can't hold on. Still 1-2. Pop foul right side remains 1-2. That's out and away, 2-2 on Vallow. Fouled away again. That's high, so it's a full count now on Elmer. Fouled away again, 3-2. Fouled away once more, and that's bounced in the dirt, and he holds up, and that's ball 4. That brings up Hank Majeski. There's nobody out. This is a danger zone for the Tigers, and we got to start thinking if somebody wants to come in for Hutchinson. There's the ball inside to Majeski, and there's another ball. It's 2-0, and a strike. 2-1 now on Hank. Bunted foul. 2-2 quickly on him. That's fouled away again, and that's high. Full count now on Majeski. Key part of this game. Fouled off of third base and out of play. Remains full. Fouled away again. There's a ground ball right side. Barry over to Lipon for 1. On to Callaway at first for the double play. Juice, whoever goes to third, and that brings up Wally Moses. And let's see what we want to do here. Yeah, we're going to try to pick him off. Let's see if this works. Juice gets back to the bag safely. There's a fastball high to Moses. It's 1-0. It's high again, 2-0. Hutchinson having some problems. There is a strike inside corner, 2-1. hit deep to right field, and that is fair, and that is a home run, and Philadelphia's moved ahead in this game. So much for that. So much for leaving Hutchinson in and trying to get the complete game, as Wally Moses goes deep with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning and turns this 3-2 Tiger lead into a 4-3 advantage right away for the Athletics. And that's the way the Athletics have been all season. Hutchinson's leading off the next inning, so we will leave him in for this one out, with this one more out. Throws a ball low to Chapman, and then a strike. It's 1-1. Ground ball to first base, and Callaway has that and goes to the bag for the final out. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's going to be, I think, Paul Campbell who's going to come in as the pinch hitter. Hutchinson, 4 runs on 8 hits, pitched well, but not quite good enough, as Campbell swings at the first pitch he sees, grounds it over to Suter, who throws to first. There's 1 away. Don Callaway comes up next, 2 for 3. He takes a strike, 0-1. And that's a ball low, 1-1. And there's another strike. It's 1-2, just like that on Don. And he grounds that over to Majeski at third, who throws to first for the out. There's 2 gone. Here now is Hoot Evers. The strike in the inside corner. It's 0-1. And there's a curve low, 1-1. And that's just inside. 2-1 the count. That's fouled away. 2-2 on Evers. Fastball's high and away. It's a full count on him. And that's a little base hit in between Vallo and Chapman. Not much of a hit, but it counts. Evers is on at first, and that brings up Wirtz. Wirtz today is 2 for 4, hitting .301, trying to push that average up. And there's a strike at the belt. 23 runs driven in. Throw to first, nothing doing. Another throw to first. There's a strike in the outside corner. Wirtz is in a hole, 0-2, and he swings and misses at that one. Brissy now with 7 strikeouts. We go to the top of the 9th inning, and who are we going to put in? I think Dazzy Trout is going to be the pitcher here. So in comes Dizzy Trout, I'm sorry. 2-0 his record, no earned runs given up. There's a strike to Ferris Fain and a ball, 1-1 on Fain. Fouled left side out of play. It's 1-2 on him. That's fouled away again. 1-2 remains. Sinker is low, 2-2 on Fain. Fain has scored 2 runs, 2 for 3 today as he takes ball 3. Good game so far. Grounds that to short, Lipon on to first, 1 away. Pete Suter now. It's a fly ball to center field. Groth is there for the out. There's 2 away, and here's Mike Guerrera. Lines that one off of the glove of Lipon, the shortstop, into left field for the base hit, and that'll bring up Lou Brissy. This is the moment of truth. Are they going to take him out or not? And they don't. So Brissy stays in this game and takes the ball high, 1-0. Hits that one over through Barry for a single. So Brissy gets his second hit of the game. He's 2 for 4 now, and Guerrera stops at second. 2 outs, runners on first and second, and here's Eddie Juiced. Trout has not given up any earned runs yet, and he throws a ball. Almost got away from Swift, but he finds it. It's a fly ball to left field. Hoot Evers is there all the way, and he gets that for the out, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. So it's a danger zone here. Brissy is sitting on almost 150 pitches. He has not been good with the control. 6 walks against the 7 strikeouts. I feel like we just saw this in the last Diamond game. Johnny Groth, the first hitter, swings to the first pitch and hits that over to Sam Chapman in center for the first out, 1 away. Here's Johnny Lipon, takes a ball and takes another ball inside. It's 2-0 on Johnny. And there's a strike just below the letters. It's 2-1. And he tips that one into Guerrera's mitt for another strike. 2-2 is the count. And he doesn't go on that check swing, so it's a full count now on Johnny. And that misses just wide, and that's ball 4. And I tell you, this is where you got to wonder about Brissy and his control. He's walked 7 so far. The computer doesn't want to take him out, and the reason why is because there's nobody in the bullpen. There's nothing to do. I would love to know if we ever are able to figure this out, and we may never know the answer, but if we're ever able to get data on pitch counts from games like this one, I'd love to know how many pitches these Athletics starters would throw back then in real life. Throw to first, and Lipon gets back. Swift is up now. Takes the ball. 1 for 2 today, 2 driven in with that big base hit, hitting .353. There's a little foul ball nubber out of play, 1-1. And that's a ball as he checks his swing. It's 2-1 on Bob. Throw to first again, nothing happening. And that's ball 3 on Swift, so he's going to be waiting in the weeds for this one. And there's ball 4 around the knees. And they leave Brissy in this game, and that's what I thought was going to happen. So Brissy has walked 2 men in a row. The potential tying run is on at second base in scoring position. There's only one out here in the bottom of the ninth inning. And we have who coming up? It's George Kell who comes up, and there's no place to put him. So ball game on the line here. George Kell is trying to get himself into good graces. 1 for 3 today. Takes the ball high. It's 1-0. And that misses badly. It's 2-0 on Kell. Bouncer to second, and Suter does the tag for one on to first for the double play, and the Philadelphia Athletics have gotten away with one here. And so Brissy does get the complete game despite walking 8, striking out 7, throwing 161 pitches. He gets it done, but that was about as close as it can possibly be. George Kell bounces out to end this one, and this was a thriller, and this was an incredible game. These 1949 Philadelphia Athletics are a team that's going to give you fits, and I think we'll see a lot more of them as we move forward. Final score again, 4-3 Athletics pull this one out of the fire. I'll talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.